Welcome everyone to this call. I see most everyone who's on here is somebody I recognize. There's a couple that I don't. Um, so again, welcome to Monday with Dale. This is a call that we do every Monday, same time, and it's designed to create what I call a family atmosphere, a support group, a place where you can come and get up to date on what's going on in our company, My Daily Choice, and a place where you can get to know some of the people that are on this call and maybe become friends with them. And then there's nothing wrong with having a teaming up with somebody, so you have somebody that can be in your corner when things are going good. You can celebrate when things are going bad. You have somebody to commiserate with. So again, we try to create this as a support group, and as I said, to keep you up to date and informed. Any network marketing company worth their salt is constantly changing, constantly evolving, constantly growing. And so you need to keep up. Well, My Daily Choice is that on steroids. We constantly have new programs coming out. We have new training in the back office. We have new products, new product lines. It's just continuously changing. And so if you're not staying on top of it, you're falling behind. So again, that's one of the reasons we do this. We want to have everybody up to date, everybody informed, everybody maximizing whatever they can to profit from this business. You hear me often talk about communication being the key. In network marketing, you have, it's a roller coaster of emotions. You're going to have days when you talk to 5 people and they all join you, either a customer or an affiliate. You're going to be sky high, and you're going to have days when you talk to 20 people and everybody says they're not interested. So you have to run that emotional roller coaster, and the best way to do that is to stay with a group of people that believe in what we're doing and can help you through the good times and the bad. So when I talk about communication, I can't stress enough that when you sign new people, you need, got a couple more to get on here. When you get new people signed up as customers or affiliates, you need to get them tied into a group like this for support. Okay. If you leave people hanging and don't give them the support through these support groups or through yourself, the chances of failing are astronomical. Okay. You need to get them connected. You need to get them feeling like part of something bigger than themselves so that they have a connection. If you don't, then again, you're going to struggle. I want everybody to always be able to connect with me if they want to. So I'm going to give you my personal phone number if you want to write it down. It's the +1 802-343-9075. That's the +1 802-343-9075. Now, you can get me on a regular phone call. You can get me on WhatsApp, Telegram, Viber, but don't just call me, because if you just call me, I'm on the phone or I'm on the computer constantly. I do this 10, 12, 14 hours a day. What you need to do is reach out to me with a message, say you'd like to chat with me, and then we can schedule a time so that I can have a time designated just for you, and I can focus on you and what you need. Okay. So rather than just calling me out of the blue, message me first. Let's schedule a time, and then I'll be glad to give you as much time as you need. Okay. Also on Facebook, if you'd like to join me on Facebook, it's my tag there is DaleFranklin.378. DaleFranklin.378. Feel free to friend me, and then we'll also be able to message on Facebook Messenger. Again, I want you to have access to me and my team as much as possible. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're failing because they don't have connection. Okay, so again, we want you to feel part of something bigger than yourself, and we're more willing to have you join us and talk to us whenever you need to. I'm going to switch right now and share my screen. And we're going to go to Okay, this is a website that you guys can use. It starts out with as an opportunity blog, which tells you a lot about what's going on around my team, around My Daily Choices teams. So again, all you have to do is go to dalefranklin.net. Remember that, because again, this is my website. I use it to promote my business, but at the same time, I want you to feel free to come on here and copy and paste anything that you want out of here. Okay. I think there's some tremendous amount of reference material here that you should be using. Excuse me. And we want you to use it. Okay. So if somebody wants to know who Dale is, okay, for whatever reason, there's a Who is Dale section. There's this blog, opportunity blog, that tells you what's going on. There are products here where you can come down and click on a certain product, and it's going to take you to a bunch of information about that product. So when somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, I'm interested in your Fuel Factor X, can you tell me more about it? You're going to have a place you can go, and no matter what they're asking for, whether they're just looking for a little commercial that tells a little bit more about it, or they're really into it from an engineering standpoint and they want to know more, everything is here. You have you start off with our logo. You start out, and then you have a short minute and a half video. Then you have a full Fuel Factor X video that tells you everything about it. Then you can come down here. You have a full slideshow presentation that you can download and use to show to people. You can come over here, and there's frequently asked questions that you can take. There's live recorded testimonials. They'll talk about the business and the product itself and how great it works. Then you have, for the ones that are really technical, okay, you have these commercial white paper you can download, which has tremendous amount of information. You have the technical information about diesel fuel specification tests, which again, lots and lots and lots of information. I use these when we're opening a new country. These are the type of things I turn over to the people that are allowing us to register our products in their country. And this is the type of stuff that they ask for. And then we have the materials safety data sheets, which breaks everything down as far as how to store the product, how to use it, and everything you need right there. So, and then we also have a bunch of carbon mass balance tests, which are test the exhaust of a different industrial vehicles, and will tell through the exhaust how efficient we are becoming, how much pollution we're reducing, how much basically anything you need to know as far as how well our product works is done on these. These are very expensive. These cost $25,000, $30,000 a whack to do. And so we have several of those in here that for the true engineers or the fleet managers that want to see this type of stuff. But it's all here. So you can be a quasi-expert. And again, when you're talking to people that are looking at our products, they're perfectly happy if you tell them, well, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know where to find it. Okay. That makes you look like an expert. Okay. You can tell them you're relatively new to business, but you have all access to all the information. That gives people security. If you don't go through this stuff and learn a little bit about it, and then when people ask you questions, if you act like you don't know where to find the information, you've lost before you even got started. So you want to become what I call quasi-expert, which is just basically knowing where the information is. And then we have connections, which I think is the most important area. Once again, a lot of this I've already spoke about. You can set up, subscribe to my email, so that we can keep you up to date on what's going on through email. You have a Telegram channel. If you don't have Telegram and want it, you can come over here to the Telegram application and download it. And then once you are on Telegram, then you can go to my Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel. You can go to My Daily Choices latest news. You can join the new Fun chat on Telegram. Fun stands for Freedom Unified Network, and is one of our big teams. By joining these, you're going to have access to a lot of people that are chatting back and forth. you can ask questions, or if you're a little timid and don't want to ask a question, if you watch it long enough, somebody else will ask the question for you and you'll get the answer. But it's a great way to stay on top of what's going on and meet a lot of new people that you can become friends with. So that eventually when you go to a convention or any kind of meetings that we might have, you're already going to know some of the people there, and you're already going to have a connection, have some sort of camaraderie with these people, and you're going to find you're going to end up with some lifelong friends, people that you'll cherish for as long as you live. And then, of course, WhatsApp, you can join Dale's information funnel. You can join the MDC African 2.0 funnel, special African notices funnel. Just tremendous amount of places you can reach out to. You can go to Facebook. You can friend me on Facebook. Then if you're on Facebook, you can join all kinds of Facebook groups. Again, the Fun Biz Opportunity, the Fun House of Brands, Fun Training. Team We is Chris Bailey's team. Chris Bailey, you'll see on every Thursday, him and I do a opportunity presentation for FFX that you're all invited to. So you get to know him there, and then get to know his team through Team We. Win Testimonials and Win Network, that's all part of Chris Robinson's team, which Chris is on here today. And again, the Win Testimonials, there's so many videos in there, guys, of people telling you about how they benefited from being part of our company, being part of using our products. And some of them are extremely emotional. When somebody's been in, say, pain for a long time, and we've helped reduce that pain, or help another affliction where we help make them better. I'm not saying we cure anything, but again, we may make their symptoms more bearable. That is going to be something that's going to be very powerful when you're talking to people that want to buy. Then we have, I'm going to come back to YouTube. We have the Zoom meetings, which this lists all the Zoom meetings that we have on a regular basis every week. We have every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have the Fun Power Push. That's 30 minutes of specific activities to help you succeed faster. You might spend 5 minutes building your Facebook friends. You might, there's just tremendous amount of things you can do. You might spend 5 minutes wishing people on Facebook that happy birthday. The different things that keep you connected to people so that you can prospect them down the road, keeping in mind that some people might want to do this right off the bat, and others will watch you over a period of time and see how you do, and then they may reach out to you later. So you always want to keep those bridges there, so you reach out to people, or they can reach out to you later on. We have on every Monday at 12 p.m. we have Josh Weigel's weekly Zoom call. Then of course we have this one here every Monday at 2 p.m. here, which is 9 p.m. Kenya time, 8 p.m. South Africa time, and so on. And then if the African market, if you want to stay up really late or get up really early, you can watch the Freedom Unified Network's Monday onboarding training, or you can wait for it to come out as a recording and listen to it at a later time. Wednesdays, again, the Power Push. Thursdays, as I said, is the Fuel Factor X presentation by Chris Bailey and myself. That again is same time as we're doing here, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Kenya, 8 p.m. South Africa, and 7 p.m. the Congo and Nigeria. So again, this guys is we're making it easy as we can for you. If you do this in the right way, you take people Thursday to the Fuel Factor X presentation and invite as many people as possible. That's your job. Become a master inviter. Invite as many people as possible to that call. And then those that see it, you're going to have some that are going to want to be affiliates, some that are going to want to be customers, and some that are going to say they're not interested. But if you handle them right, you end up getting a referral from them or somebody else that you might be able to reach out to. Okay. And we do a specific training on that on occasion. So again, all you have to do is click on the Zoom link and it'll take you right to us. And there's the password to get in. So again, all you have to become is an inviter. You don't have to go out and dig ditches. You haven't got to go out there and work heavy physical labor. You just got to invite people to that call and let us do the presentation. And then once they have joined, then get them on the Monday call, Monday with Dale, and we'll show them just what I'm showing you now, how to get connected, how to be part of something bigger than yourself, how to stay on top of what's going on and be part of a fast-growing, multifaceted company. Okay, and then from there we also have at 9 p.m. There's a launch party again for the African market. You could either get up early, stay up late, or watch this as a recording. Okay, and then Fridays once again we have the fun power push, and on Saturdays we have a Super Saturday once a month. Okay, this month it's going to be next Saturday, this coming Saturday, April 8th. It's about an hour and a half long. It's there, everything you need is right there as far as the link and the password and all that. It's 90 minutes of incredibly in-depth training. Each trainer usually speaks for about 10 minutes or so. This month we're going to have a gentleman talking about Jefferson Santos talking about High Life Travel. Okay, so if you've been intrigued by High Life Travel want to know more about it, well, that's kind of what we're going to focus this one on the benefits of High Life Travel, how to use it to save money, how to use it to promote affiliate growth, and again, you don't want to miss this. And again, with the type of people we bring on here for training, it's always beneficial. I've never had anyone walk away from a Super Saturday saying, I wish I hadn't watched that. They were always appreciative of what they learned. So go back up here. One more thing I want to go over is my YouTubes here. We have done over 200 YouTube videos since I started this. And if you look here in the videos, you'll see it just goes on and on and on and on and on. All kinds of information. I'm going to break it down by playlist right here. You have it broken down by training, Spanish subtitles, opportunity presentations, comp plans, French subtitles, Dale's the different guests we've had on here, Ukrainian subtitles, Swahili subtitles, previous Super Saturdays. But the one that I'm the proudest of is this one right here, starter set. This starter set right now is 8 videos. If you join this business and then lost all contact with everybody, you could build this business and make yourself a 5, 6, or 7 digit income just by going over what we have here. You have the first one is a full opportunity presentation by Chris Bailey that goes over all our products, 38 minutes long. Then you have a FFX opportunity presentation that Chris Bailey and myself did. This one we did back in January 26th. It was one of the better ones we did, and so we use that one right now. 46 minutes long to show you about the product. I spend some time explaining the product, and then Chris talks about the business opportunity. So when you get done that 46 minutes, you have basically the knowledge you need to decide to join us and change your financial future forever. The next one is an introduction to a CashX. Gives you a rough idea of that business part of MDC, and will tell you how you can make money in the crypto field, the Forex field, learning a lot about the financial markets. We have some tremendous trainers on there that can train you on how to optimize how you can make money in those fields. And then the next one down, we have a 20 minutes long on High Life Travel overview done by Aaron Parker. Aaron does a phenomenal job on this. He talks about how to use High Life Travel to save money, and also how to use it, how to learn from the way we offer it in a way that you can build a team and build a customer base. Extremely informative. You certainly want to watch that one. Then the next one is back office training. You can see it's from back in November. I'll probably have to do another one of those very soon because it changes so often. We keep getting more and more enhancements. But it's basically a way for you to, once you join, to learn how to use your website, how to send your customers to the website, how for you to go to your website and go into what we call the back office, where all the extra training is, where all the information, everything you need to build your business is back there. And it is is second to none as far as back offices for network marketing companies. I mean, this is the best one I've ever seen. Then the next one is relationship mapping training, which will Nadlin Lewis teaches you on how to build your team using Facebook, how to build teams of friends that are going to stick together and enjoy working together, and how that leads to a long-term relationships and long-term business model. And then the last two, compensation training by Chris Bailey. The first one is an overview of everything that we have in our comp plan. And then the second one is advanced compensation training, teaching you how to make sure that not only yourself, but your whole team maximizes out what they make. And by doing so, the more you help your team make usually means the more you make for yourself. So again, it is a full comprehensive training. If you went through those 8 videos and knew them inside and out, you would be as informed about this business as anybody out there, and you could build as big a team as you want. So having done all that, let me stop that for a minute. See a few more people have come on. Hi, everybody. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. The last thing I want to talk before we get into our guests today is you need, I've told about some of the videos we have and some of the trainings we have, but we also do trainings and opportunity presentations by appointment. If you're going to have somebody new on your coming on your team and you need somebody to help you sign them or help you to train them, you just need to reach out to us and we can schedule individual training for you, individual opportunity presentations. You just tell us what you need. We're here to help you. We're here to help you create a better financial future. You know, when you work for a corporation, they are in their first, the most important thing to them is how much they can make for their company. In a business like this, it's how much money we can make for you. Because we make you money, we automatically make money. Hi, Dr. Jalan. How are you? The next thing I want to talk about is if you have leaders from other network marketing companies that are making over $100,000 per year, okay, and they've done it for 2 consecutive years and they can prove it, we can get them a trip to Las Vegas, to our corporate office, and get them to basically be wined and dined by our company to show them why we are a better fit for them than maybe where they are. And I'll tell you right now, guys, I want you to really pay attention to this. Having just come back from Africa, there are so many people out there that are in companies that are struggling paying for their paying commissions to their people, struggling with supplying the products on time or in a reasonable fashion. We are something that's needed out there. Okay, there's so many people looking. All we have to do is let people know we're here. Let them learn how great our company is, and take it from there. So again, you can't believe how many top leaders throughout Africa are looking for a new home right now. I was amazed how many people approached me while I was there that are already doing well in another company, but they can see the writing on the wall and they know that it's about time to look for another home. I talked about our Super Saturday. Remember Jefferson Santos, High Life Travel. You're going to want to make sure you get to meet him and listen to what he has to say this coming Saturday. Other meetings that are coming up really soon: Australia Boot Camp in May. In Europe, Budapest, Hungary is having another meeting on the June 9th through the 11th. In the United States, in Nashville, we're going to another meeting coming up on the 23rd of June through the 25th. And then, of course, we have our 7th annual convention coming up sometime in October or November. These are things you want to start preparing for. If you're in Africa and you want to go to some of these things, start getting your visas. Don't wait until the last minute. Get your visas now. Then I just real quick on African updates. I'm just going to hit on a couple of them real quick. Kenya, we have an office now in the Unga House in Westlands in Nairobi. It's all set up. Stephen and Eunice are there overseeing the thing 5 days a week, and usually on Saturdays too. There is it's a small office, but it has room for training for about 12 people. We have a small office for Stephen. We have a reception area, and we have a small area where we are able to do videos. Okay, it's all set up with video cameras and lighting and everything, so we can take videos that we put on social media. We got some great people there that are working on that. We have a team of 7 people that are doing all kinds of social media type stuff. We have a lady, one of the Janes, who's she speaks. She's a normal speaker on television anyway, so she's speaking for us. She comes across so professional, and she speaks in several different dialects for the African market. So we're able to not only do this in English, but do it in many of the languages that are common in Africa, and we can expand in a way that nobody else is able to do it. We are again, we're all set up. We have our warehouse there. We're delivering our products within 1 to 3 days. You're able to pay through iPay, which means you use M-Pesa or any other mobile wallet you want. And we're also set up there now so that you can receive your commissions through iPay and into your M-Pesa account. Uganda, the company registration is just about finished. We're hoping we'll hear tomorrow that it's finished and we can get rolling there. As soon as that happens, we'll be putting a warehouse there and delivering anywhere in Uganda within 1 to 3 days. And the same thing goes for Tanzania. Company registration should be done within the next couple of days. We're already working on the FFX registration. iPay and our warehouse just need to have a contract signed. Both of them, both companies say we can do it in just 2 or 3 days. So we're very, very close there. And then in South Africa, we're cleaning up our company registration there. As soon as that's done, we can finalize a new 3PL. And once we do that, we have 2 pallets of product waiting in the Las Vegas warehouse to be flown right there, so we can deliver right from the country. So in other words, all 4 of those countries within a very short period of time are going to have product on the ground, able to deliver anywhere within that country. Okay. For the people of South Africa who struggled a little bit with this, forgive us. Seems like we ran in every wall you could run into, but we're close. We're so close. And we're going to, once we get this thing rolling, we're going to just go flat out. One last little thing here about Stephen who's running the office in Kenya. He is putting together a complete schedule for the whole month of April on when we're going to be able to do opportunity presentations and training at the office. He should have that out by tomorrow or the next day. And then you guys will all know when and where we're doing whatever we're doing as far as training and as far as opportunity presentations. Between that, what they're training on social media, I think Kenya is going to just explode over the next couple of months. And just what I saw in Uganda and Tanzania, wow, there is so many great leaders that are excited about being part of us. So super excited about all that. Well, that's enough of me yammering around. Now let me introduce you to somebody that can really give us some good information. Chris Robinson is on the call today. He's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for about, 15 years now. He just had his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. He's a super affiliate with My Daily Choice. He's a rancher. He has owned a trucking company. He owns a construction company. He's a strategic thinker and doer. He's gone out there and invested money into a 3D printer type setup to build houses. I mean, he's on the cutting edge of so many different things. It's amazing. He goes by the name Cannabis Cowboy because of so much how much he's worked with us with our HempWorks brands and such. And he's a major speaker for us at all our conventions. Incredible guy. Again, true friend and a true business partner. Chris, are you there?
I'm here. What's happening, everybody? It's good to be here, Dale.
Good to have you, man. Good to have you.
Good to have you back. You were gone, it seemed like, for a long time. It's good to have you back, man.
It was 3 weeks, and then it took me about a week to catch up my sleep when I got home.
Yeah, I've been there. It gets draining on those big long trips like that. But yeah, it's good to have you back. And I just gotta say thanks for everything you do, man. That's a pretty big commitment. Spend a month, traveling around a market, investing your own money to open offices for your team, having all the websites built for your team. You guys, I hope you guys understand how lucky you are if you're on Dale's team to have somebody like Dale, especially in the African markets. doing everything he is to make it a huge success for you. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to you, Dale, for all you do, and hats off, man. I'm excited to see what comes from this trip.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm super excited. I mean, like I said, anybody that knows me knows I don't blow a lot of smoke. If I'd gone over there and it hadn't been, if I didn't think it was going to work out, I'd be the first one to tell you. But that's not the case. We have tremendous excitement over there. I have people every day reaching out to me and goes, "Is that registration done yet? I got people ready to go. I got people ready to go. Is that registration done yet?" So, but we want to do it the right way. We want to make sure that we get things started the right way so that we can be there for years and years and years and decades to come. So, Chris, you have an incredibly interesting story, and there's people on here that haven't met you yet. I recognize several of them. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, your life before MDC, why you joined network marketing in general, and where it has taken you to this point.
Oh man, that's a mouthful. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start there. Well, for those of you whom I have never met or have never talked to, I just want to be one of the first to welcome you to the My Daily Choice family and to the team. And just know, plant your flag with us. Plug into the trainings, plug into what's going on, and you're gonna see some success. But it's not always easy, and I'll share my story with you because I think that probably will sum all that up. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. There's nowhere else on earth, and Dale just alluded to this a few minutes ago, where people that know exactly what to do get compensated for teaching you exactly what to do. That just doesn't work in the corporate world. And to have the kind of mentorship and leadership we have within our team, I'm not just talking my day, I'm just talking our team, is just incredible. I mean, there's literally thousands of years of experience in the leadership here, and all you gotta do is plug in and be excited about it, and you're gonna see some results. So my story, as Dale said, I've been a serial entrepreneur my whole life. I've been married for 22 years, 4 daughters, 1 granddaughter. I live in the estrogen ocean, really. It's all females around me, and that's how I learned how to swim. No, I'm serious, because I do. It's all girls. But I love my girls. I wouldn't give them up for $1 million, but I don't think I'd give a dime for one more. But I'm gonna stick with where I'm at. But anyways, I got started in my entrepreneurial journey when I was about 18 years old. I actually dropped out of high school when I was 15 years old. I have 0 formal education other than a year or 2 of high school. And I started my own construction business when I was 18. By the time I was 22, I had 56 employees generating $1 million a year, and thought I had life all figured out. And that was around 2005 to 2007. And then for those of you that remember, 2008, 2009, 2010, real familiar to what's happening right now when we're headed right down the same path, and it could even be a deeper hole. But we had inflation skyrocketing back then. I'm a 26, 27-year-old business owner at this point. Really have no idea what it's like to have bad markets or bad economy or bad any of that, but here it was, it hit me. Fuel prices double. At that time, my fuel bill was about $100,000 a month. When it doubled, it went to $200,000 a month, and I was in trouble. So I went on the hunt. I went looking at aftermarket parts and chips and additives and anything I could do to try to save money on fuel. And that's when I ran into this product right here. And Dale's big question was, what got me involved in network marketing? And it's this that's right here in my hand. I grew up in Utah, right outside of Utah. I spent a lot of years in Utah. I was actually born in Idaho, which borders Utah. And for those of you that don't know, Utah is the network marketing capita of the entire planet. More MLM companies are in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is right over there, than anywhere else in the world. So as a successful young entrepreneur, I got inundated and bombarded about network marketing companies and come do this and come build that. And I always viewed them in a negative light, just from the stories I'd heard and the ignorance that I had no education about the industry, until the right product that made sense, which is Fuel Factor X, came along. Got involved. I got excited. I started telling everybody I knew. There was nobody on my list I didn't talk to. Matter of fact, if you're taking notes on how to launch your business, the first thing you need to do tonight when you're done with this call is make a list of about 50 people. I'm even say 100 if you want real big results, and start to contact those people. But I went to work. I was doing home meetings literally 4 or 5 nights a week. We didn't have all the social media stuff we have now. Matter of fact, I didn't have Facebook or email back then. My secretary had an email address, but I didn't. And I just went to work. I started talking to people pretty soon. You know, in my first, I'd say 10 days, my team was over 500 people. Within my first 90 days to 4 months, my team was at 3,000 people, and I just kept growing and rolling from there. And I knew one thing. I knew that everybody was not happy with the prices of fuel. I also knew that everybody was looking how to subsidize their income because of what was happening with inflation. And that brings us back to, you know, April 3rd of 2023. Fuel prices are way higher. Inflation's way higher. Everything's at all-time highs, and we have the answer. Now, thank goodness, because Josh Swagel, who happens to be one of my best friends and the CEO and founder of My Daily Choice, I met him, as well as Dale and some other people in that previous company. He's seen a bigger vision for the network marketing space, and in 2014, we launched My Daily Choice with the vision and the goals of being, you know, like the Amazon style feel of the network marketing space. And that's exactly what we've created with all of our brands. Now, those of you who are in some markets where we're fairly new in the markets, we don't have massive teams there yet, but they're coming. You know, your products are Fuel Factor X, or maybe you have some other, depending on what market you're in. As far as physical products, then you also have our digital High Life Travel and a CashX. But here's what I'll tell you. Right now, Fuel Factor X is the easiest product to promote within the My Daily Choice house of brands. And the reason why is because everybody's talking about fuel prices and everybody's wanting to save money. So as you guys build your teams and we develop leadership around these different markets, absolutely we'll be adding more products and more offices and more services into your markets. And I hope you already know that, you know, we're pretty committed to helping that market, you know, the Africa markets grow because of what we've been through the COVID stuff. I've traveled over there several times myself. Dale literally got home, you know, 7 days ago from a month-long tour around the Africa market. And I just know, I've always known that Africa could be a massive, massive market. And I feel like we finally got to the point where we're going to be able to do some incredible things there, which has nothing to do with what Dale asked me to talk about in my story. But that just brings me up to date, and all the, you know, the hundreds of thousands of people I've built in my organization up to date, you know, the millions and millions of dollars that I've helped people earn and that I've earned myself, and all that all comes down to the experience that I have and the knowledge that I have. There's never been a better time to be a part of something like My Daily Choice in this industry than right now, because things are going to get worse. And every time the economy gets bad or inflation gets bad, the home-based business industry picks up. And so your timing is incredible. And I'm just excited to keep going on. I thought about retiring a year ago. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I've had a lot of fun this last year. And with the launch of Fuel Factor X, of course, and stuff like that, it's got me here. But I'll tell you this, we have over 1,000 SKUs. And I have not found a product that I didn't like yet in the My Daily Choice brand. So we have incredible, you know, leadership from the top down, from our corporate staff to the owners of the company. You know, being a debt-free company matters. And for those of you that are new, I'm just giving you some details that matter, because you're about to go on a lifelong journey with us, and I'm super excited that you're here. And we're gonna do some incredible things. So, anyways, long story short, you know, I got that story of come from nothing, achieved a lot in the network marketing space, but I didn't achieve it. What I knew was one thing. I never wanted to be the smartest guy in the room. So I actually recruited up. I found people that were better than me. I found people that, you know, understood the industry more than I did. And I was blessed enough to run to a guy like Josh Swagel that was starting his own company and able to be a part of that. And now it's all here for you guys. So that's kind of my quick story, Dale. And I think it's only half over. I think I got another 15 years in me.
Oh, absolutely. You get another 27 years just to get to my age, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, as you've heard me say many times before, is the fact that we're working with a company. There's so many network marketing companies, especially that come into Africa. They go into Africa and they're there for 18 months, 2 years, 30 months. And then all of a sudden you go into their offices one day and they're gone. They've taken the money and run. Okay. Many of them were over leveraged to begin with, and they just got to a point where they couldn't survive anymore, or they just this was a plan all along. Our company is owned by two young people who are planning what they want to do with this company 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. Okay. And while they're building a legacy for their family, you can build a legacy for yours. Okay. And we know it's, and as far as Africa's concerned, we know it's going to work. As Chris said, we did this before, back in 2007, 2008. We were doing a couple $1 million a month in Nigeria, $1 million a month in Ghana, $1 million a month in South Africa. And you know, the funny thing about it was the prices of fuel are higher today than they were then, but FFX is going for the same price now that we sold it for in 2007. Okay. So when anybody tells me that it can't work now, I'm going to say, hey, history's already showed us it will, and it's going to repeat itself right now. Anybody who doesn't believe history repeats itself, you know, is nuts as far as I'm concerned, because that's what happened. And so bottom line is we're in a perfect situation with something that we know is going to work because we've already done it, and we're in a better situation now than we were back then. So Chris, what I'd love you to do right now, there's several people on here that are new to our business and are, you know, have come on here, and hopefully some of the stuff I said earlier is going to help them as far as build. But I'd love to hear your take on what you suggest somebody just starting out right now, affiliate that signed up last night, woke up this morning and go, uh-oh, what did I just do? Tell them where to go from there.
Well, the very first thing you should do is what I call income producing activities, or IPAs. And the only way to make money in this industry, especially if you're new and you don't have a team yet, is talk. You got to remember, closed mouths don't get fed. You have to figure out a way to get the word out that you started a new business, whether that's social media, you know, whether you're going to the office and if you're in the Kenya market and you're inviting people to that, or if you're just telling people about a new launch that you're involved with what you're doing. But the very first thing you should do is make a list of 20 to 30 people that you love, know, and trust the most. It's the very first thing you should do. The second thing you should do is contact them. Now, make sure you're in contact with your upline, Dale, you know, your leadership, whoever, so that as you're starting to get questions, you have somewhere to get answers. And Dale just shared the whole website with you. I mean, you should definitely go plug in today to those chats and to those Facebook groups and everything Dale shared with you, because that's how you're going to learn all these things. And what you're going to find out is you don't have to be an expert to make as much money as you possibly want to make. My favorite saying in this industry is you can earn while you learn. Matter of fact, I made my first 6 figures before I even knew and by 6 figures, I'm talking 100,000 US dollars, before I even knew how a compensation plan worked. I think I was in the industry for 2 or 3 years before I could even draw a compensation plan or even understood the difference between a binary and a unilevel. All I knew as I was talking to people, I was giving them the information, giving them a link, and I was getting a check, a residual check. And so don't get so inundated and having to think you have to know everything, because write this down. You're only the messenger. You are not the message. We have a product funnel in the back office. If you're pushing Fuel Factor X, which most people on this call are, because that's the product they have available to them, use the product funnel that's in the back office. If you just send that product funnel out, I'll tell you this, the person that sends that product funnel to the most people will be the one that makes the most money. It's really that simple. There's a 14-minute video there. Josh explains exactly how the product works, how you can make money using the product, how you can make money promoting the product. and just get eyes on the information. That's your only job. You don't have to be a fuel expert right now or a compensation plan expert or an expert in anything other than promoting a link to people for them to watch a 14-minute video. So, and after you make that list, I would focus on getting those people's eyes on that information. Because a lot of people will spend their first 30 days going through every link they can find on social media, going through everything they can find on the internet, trying to become an expert in all these different categories. When in reality, you have all the knowledge you need right now to make as much money as you want to, because you know you have a product funnel that has all that information, and you have social media groups you can plug people into to get all their questions answered. So there's 3 rules. Here's what I'll tell you. The first rule to making a ton of money in this industry is pay attention. When I say pay attention, I mean be coachable. When I say I mean be coachable, I don't mean for 24 hours. I mean for the next year or two while you're getting this business up and running. Look, we're trying to make, legacy changing life income. You got to give us more than a month to do that, right? We're going to help you do this, but you're going to have to stay coachable and be patient as we get through that. The second thing you got to do is be excited and stay excited. A lot of people lose their excitement after 2 weeks or 2 days or 2 no's or whatever. But you got to learn how to stay excited and be excited. And the last thing is just never quit. If you're brand new right now, and like Dale said, you've been here, you signed up last night, you're on this call because you're excited. You're on this call because you see the potential. You see other people have won here. You may know somebody that personally that's won here. You may know you're going to win here. I know you're going to too, but you got to follow those 3 rules. And the last rule is just never quit. If you remember why you started, you won't ever quit. Remember why you signed up last night. Remember what got you excited, whether it's, your family, your children, your wife, whatever reason that is. Just know that if you never quit, how can you fail? You're going to have a lot of lessons. You're going to learn some things along the way of what to do and what not to do. But we can help you miss most of your mistakes if you plug in to the trainings, because we've already made those mistakes. We'll help you avoid those landmines. We'll help you expedite your results. And then all we ask in return once you've got those results is turn around, help the next man or woman up, and be a part of the team on the leadership as we start to build. So if you're brand new, get talking. You're never going to be more excited than you are today. You may as well get talking, start talking to people, promoting those product funnels, promoting the tools in the back office, and plugging people in. Here's where people fail. They go out and they talk to 100 people and sign 10 up. And then they never do anything with those 10 people. If you plug those 10 people into Dale's trainings, to the Fun International stuff, to all the stuff that we're doing as a team, you're going to have a catch-all to help your people stay excited long enough to hit those same results. So you don't want to just love them and leave them. Well, if somebody, take the time to onboard them, take the time to teach them where to find the product groups, find this Monday call with Dale. And here's what I also, if you sign up 5 new people a week and plug them into this call that Dale does, they're going to have all the information. Just make that your goal, 5 people a week. Do that for 4 weeks and tell me how your organization looks after 30 days, because it's going to be pretty impressive if you just follow those few simple steps. So that's my advice. Closed mouths don't get fed, get talking.
Thanks, Chris. I mean, you're absolutely right. Another thing from what you said, we have a tendency that when we reach out to people, we think that they're doing us a favor by coming to one of our meetings. And it's just the opposite. You are doing them a favor by giving them an opportunity. Okay. If they choose not to accept that's on them. But your responsibility, or at least I feel my responsibility, is to tell everyone I know about this business and let them choose. Can you imagine some good friend of yours comes up to you at, 3-4 years from now, and you have made millions in this business, and they go, "Hey, why didn't you tell me? I thought we were friends." You don't want that. You don't want that on your conscience. Okay. You are doing everybody a favor by letting them know what we're doing. Then if they decide not to, that's a mistake they made. Okay. That's not on you. That's on them. Your job is to make sure they see it. Chris talked about don't quit, and it takes me back to a real quick story about when My Daily Choice first got started, and Jenna was becoming one of the top female income earner in the world for network marketing. She had an upline. I've been told that the first couple of years, things kind of like any new business ebbed and flowed up and down. And this guy got discouraged and he went somewhere else. He quit and went somewhere else. If he had stayed in our company and just bought his subscription every month, I've been told he would have been making around $3 million a year just off the check match, the leadership check match of Jenna. Okay. This is the guy who walked away from $3 million a year because he wasn't patient enough to wait to see how things panned out. I mean, I picture this guy sitting in a bar somewhere, and I hope to God he doesn't have a gun in his hand, because I don't know what he's going to do with it. But that's what happens to people who don't have the patience to stick with this long enough to see the success. So again, those some of the things I thought of when Chris was talking. Chris, one last question before we go here is, you know, and I know I'm asking you to guess on some stuff, but you've been with this company since the beginning. You have a pretty good feel where it's going. Tell us what you see for the future of this company.
Oh, now you got me in a pickle, because there's new stuff that's going to be released shortly that you don't have the information on yet that I know. So I got to be careful with my words here. Let's see. I believe, so right now, if you look at, you know, I'm a data business type guy. Numbers is what tells me what's going on. Up to date, we crossed $500 million in sales, you know, months back. I believe by the end of this year, we'll be doing that annually. And then I also believe by the end of 2024, we'll be $1 billion company, meaning we're doing $1 billion a year in sales. And a lot of that is going to be due to our international expansion. It's going to be due to new markets, more people. A lot of what's going on in Africa is going to be a big part of that. We also are announcing some other logistical, how do I word that? We're announcing other avenues of products to be shared with the My Daily Choice family, and different things coming down the pipe here in the very near future. We've also brought on, you know, just in the last few months, a brand new live event training system that's really starting to take over, proven to be very effective in the United States, very effective in Europe. And as Africa and other markets grow, we'll be implementing all those same strategies into those markets as well. And I believe that here's what I believe. Here's what I know, actually. I know in the next 5 years, the whole network marketing space is really going to boil down to the top 30 or 40 companies in all of network marketing. There's so many businesses. There's actually more going out of business every day than starting, which is very new in the network marketing space. And everybody's going to be gravitating to those companies. Now, of course, I'm biased. I'm going to sit here and tell you we have the best company in the industry, but here's the honest truth. I don't know every single company out there, but I will tell you this. I know we're in the top 5, if we're not in the top 1. And we won't stop until everybody knows we're in the top 1 and we're the best company out there. And if you ever had a dream of you know, building a residual income in the network marketing world, you found a good home, because this company's solid, it's debt-free, we're not going anywhere. And I believe we're going to be one of those legacy top 0.5% companies that ever get to $1 billion in this industry. And My Daily Choice is going to do it. So that's what I see happening in the next 36 months.
Sounds fantastic, Chris. You know, I'm right there with you, and I'm going to go one step further. I believe in my core heart and soul that when we're all said and done, that Africa will be the biggest market for MDC. I truly believe that, just from the people I've talked to, the things we've seen in the past from Africa, the things that I see in the leadership that I've met over there, the desire for success, the desire to prove prove that Africa is a fantastic market. And I believe that over the next 24 months, Africa is going to surprise the heck out of an awful lot of people around the world. And people who said, nah, not Africa, are going to say, oh, wow, I wish I hadn't missed that trip. I wish I hadn't missed that boat. So again, guys, I'm super excited about what's going to be happening over the next few months as far as our expansion in the countries that we're working on right now, proving to the world that those markets are fantastic markets, and then expanding from there to more and more of Africa, and then from Africa, because Africa is not an isolation this type of continent. Many Africans go to China for school, go to India for school, go to Europe for school, for America for school. Because of that, we're going to expand throughout the world from Africa, and we're just going to take over. So that's my firm belief, and I can't wait to get things rolling on it. We're already well on our way, and that's what I believe. Chris, I want to thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me, man.
You're always there for me. You're always in my corner, and I appreciate it. You were a godsend while I was over in Africa when I needed some help. You were there for me whenever I needed it. And guys, just we're at an end of our time. I want you all just remember what I always tell you at the end. I have no axe to grind here. All I want to do is see you all succeed. I love every one of you. I want to be able to see you walk across the stage at a higher rank this next meeting than you were before. I want to see you grow. I want to see you become financially free, whatever that is to you. And from a greedy standpoint, I just want to, when my last day on the earth is here, I want to feel that I had a piece in helping that you do that. That'll make everything worthwhile to me. So having said all that, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. Remember, we have our opportunity presentation on Thursday with Chris Bailey. Feel free to bring your people to that, and then bring them next Monday to be trained. So having said all that, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.